Hi, Dr. Pelto here. I'm going to go over today what are the 5 secrets to curing athlete's foot. There are many people that deal with athlete's foot just like this, where it's like scrapey and scratchy on the bottom of the foot. This is a really bad case. Or maybe you have it between your toes. You can't see the toes here, but between the toes and these little pustule things. So we're going to talk about what are the 5 secrets about curing athlete's foot that are going to help you get better fast. The secret number 1, if it's not improving, try a steroid. Many times people spend a lot of money on products, antifungal creams, antifungal sprays, and it's not getting better. Sometimes it might be a combination of a fungus with an inflammation of the skin. So try a steroid. It's hard to get a steroid that's strong enough though, just over the counter. You can try like a hydrocortisone, but a lot of times you'll need something a lot stronger, like a betamethasone or something that you would get from your doctor. So the first thing, if it's not getting better with an antifungal cream, you might want to try a steroid cream. Secret number 2, if it's not improving, get a biopsy. This is exactly what I do. If I start with a patient that's not getting better with an antifungal topically, then what I'll do is I'll do a biopsy. Why? Because a lot of times it could show some other type of skin condition, such as a dermatitis, such as an eczema, something else. And I do a little punch biopsy. The way I do it is I do 2 millimeter punch biopsies right in that area. You just numb up the area. It's numb in about 10 seconds. You take these little pokes out of there and you remove it. And it's a real quick, and you get the diagnosis and it'll tell you what the issue is. And normally, if it comes back as like a dermatitis or an eczema, that's where you have to go back to secret number 1, which is using a steroid cream. Secret number 3, oral is usually better than topical. I know everyone talks bad about the terbinafine. Everyone's worried about the liver problems. You know, I've been doing this since like 2006, and I've never had a liver problem. I've never had an issue with the terbinafine. And what I'm getting at is sometimes if you're dealing with something on your skin, it's actually a lot easier just to do an oral terbinafine or oral antifungal for about a month than it is to put the topical on, because the topical can be difficult. Some patients can't get down there to put on the topical as well. That's secret number 3, using oral. Once again, that's only through your doctor. But for athlete's foot, usually about 30 days is sufficient, unless you have nail fungus. And we'll get into that afterwards, okay? Secret number 4, don't forget to fix the nail fungus, okay? It can pass on to the skin. If you have fungus in the nail, it can go to the skin and from the skin back to the nail. So if you wanted to treat the fungus in the nail, the topical stuff, guys, I know everyone says there's 500 things to buy, right? The topical, in my opinion, unless it's mild, maybe moderate, the topical doesn't work. You either need to do, I would do the oral. If you really don't want to do the oral, you can do the laser, but I still think the oral is better. Now, you can get a twofer. You know what a twofer is? Well, if you treat the nail, it's also going to resolve the athlete's foot. Many times patients that have ugly toenails, I'm treating the toenails and their skin gets better because they have athlete's foot. Okay, so it can pass back and forth. And then the last secret, and I'm going to give you a bonus here in just a sec. So wait a second, okay, before you leave. The secret number 5 is when it's between the toes, the treatments change. And that's what I'm going to go over here. If you have it between the toes, it's actually more dangerous, and it's a little bit more challenging to treat. A lot of times this can be from itching. Okay, it can get little cuts. You can get infection between the toes. So if what you're working on doesn't work, you need to get checked out professional. I'm going to give you a little bonus here. Okay, this is what I call my checklist. Use a checklist. Now you might say, oh, what? I don't have a checklist. Well, I'll give you the checklist right here. You can bring it to your doctor. Ask your doctor. Look at the checklist. Okay. So first, this is my athlete's foot treatment checklist. So the exam, first you would do a biopsy. Okay. If it's not getting better, you can do topical, antifungal, once again, steroid cream. Powders, I think they usually make a mess more than anything else, but you could try a powder. Oral, I really think is beneficial if it is a fungus. Okay. If it's not a fungus, oral's not going to work. Reducing the dampness. Okay. There's a lot of things you can use. Toe spacers, lamb's wool, drying socks, and 2 other products you might not be familiar with. I'm going to put a link underneath this video, okay, where you can get all these things. But Castellani paint, gentian violet, be careful. Both of these, if you get them on your clothes, they're going to stain everything, but they're drying agents that can go between the toes. A few other considerations, like you said, treat the nail fungus. And then preventing recurrence. You may want to use a shoe sterilizer, okay? Within your shoe, all this will be a link underneath here. And then like a Dermadry if you have really, really sweating. Now, something to consider. There are some similar conditions you might want to look up. Erythrasma, maceration, hyperhidrosis, and dermatitis. And there'll be other videos on those other types of topics. But the one that really relates to this is actually fungus. So I'm going to put a little video here right on the side, this side right here, where you're going to be able to see some videos on fungus that'll help you learn more. As well, there's some books that I put together that you can certainly download, and there's other conditions, but a lot of these have dermatological conditions as well. Once again, hope you guys enjoyed this, and hope this is helpful, beneficial. Tell me what you think underneath the video if you've enjoyed this. Okay, thanks, guys.